This isn't just paper, and it's not what you think it is. It's an I.O.U, but not from a person you trust. It's an I.O.U from a system that is fundamentally broken for a crime that was legalized long before you were born. The crime of creating something from nothing and making you pay for it. To understand the crime, we have to go back to a time before the crime existed. For millennia, money had intrinsic value. A gold coin was valuable because gold itself was scarce, durable, and desired. A banknote was simply a receipt for that real gold, stored safely in a vault. You could, at any time, walk into a bank and exchange your paper note for the real gold it represented. The paper was a promise, a true I.O.U, fully backed by something physical. This was the gold standard. It was a system of discipline. A government couldn't just print more money unless it had the gold to back it. This kept spending and inflation in check. Money was a measuring stick of value, not the thing being measured. So what happened? How did we go from a receipt for gold to a piece of paper that is fundamentally a loan? The answer lies in a moment of panic, a secret meeting, and a financial trick so powerful it rewrote the rules of the global economy forever. The origins. The crime is legalized. The year is 1910. A group of the most powerful bankers in America boards a private train car under the cover of darkness. Their destination, a secluded club on Jekyll Island, Georgia. Their mission, to secretly design a new central banking system for the United States. This would eventually become the Federal Reserve. The public was told the Fed would stabilize the economy and prevent bank runs. But the real, unspoken purpose was far more profound: to centralize the control of money and, crucially, to create a system where money itself could be created as a form of debt. Here's the twist that changed everything. Under this new system, when you take out a loan from a bank, the bank doesn't lend you money it already has. It creates that money out of nothing the moment you sign the loan agreement. This is called fractional reserve banking, but that's a polite term for what it really is. Through an accounting sleight of hand, your promise to pay back the loan becomes the asset that the bank uses to create the new money. The money in your account after a loan isn't backed by gold, it's backed by your debt. Your future labor, your future work has been monetized by the bank before you've even done it. The crime is the creation of value from nothing. And in 1913, with the Federal Reserve Act, it was legalized. But the final break from reality was still to come. The breaking point, the day money stopped being real. The discipline of the gold standard was a shackle for governments. Fighting wars, building welfare states, it was expensive. You couldn't just print the money if you didn't have the gold. So in 1971, President Nixon made a fateful decision. He officially severed the US dollar's last link to gold. This event, known as the Nixon shock, was the point of no return. Overnight, the global currency system became a fiat system. Fiat is Latin for "let it be done." Quite literally, money now had value because the government decreed it had value. The paper I.O.U was no longer redeemable for anything real. It was just paper. Its value was based solely on trust and, more importantly, on the fact that you needed it to pay your taxes. This was the moment
fallout
the crime
and the
was
failed
completed.
fixes.
The money
And
in
what
your
is the
wallet,
inevitable
the
result
digits
of
in
a
your
system
bank
that can
account
create
were
money
now
from nothing?
unbacked I.O.Us
More debt.
for a system
Always
built on a
more.
foundation
Look
of
at this number.
perpetual debt.
Over $300 trillion in global debt.
If every country is in debt, who are they in debt to? The answer is the system itself. The banking system that creates the money as debt.
It's a perpetual motion machine of obligation. The fixes for every economic crisis since 1971 have been the same. Create more debt. 2008 housing collapse? Print trillions. Global pandemic? Print trillions more. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. It creates the illusion of stability while making the underlying problem exponentially worse. The true cost is hidden in plain sight: inflation. Inflation isn't just prices going up. That's the symptom. Inflation is the silent, slow-motion confiscation of your wealth. Every new dollar printed dilutes the value of every dollar you already own. Your savings are being eroded by the very system that is supposed to protect them. You are paying a hidden tax for the crime of money creation.
Modern parallels. The cycle repeats. And so the pattern repeats. Today we see the same tricks, just on a grander, digital scale. Quantitative easing. It sounds complicated, but it's just a fancy term for the central bank creating money to buy government bonds. It's the system lending to itself, creating more IOUs in a dizzying circle. We're told this is necessary to stimulate the economy, but it primarily stimulates asset prices, stocks, real estate, widening the wealth gap. The rich who own assets get richer. The middle class, who rely on the value of their cash savings and salaries, fall further behind. The system is working exactly as designed, just not for you. The promise of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, would be the ultimate consolidation of this power, giving them the ability to not just create money, but to track, control, and even program every single transaction you make.
The takeaways. What survives when money fails? So where does this leave us? If our money is just an IOU in a game we never agreed to play, what can we do? It's not about panic, it's about understanding. Here are 3 clear takeaways. 1. Understand the nature of the game. Your dollar is not a store of value. It is a medium of exchange that is constantly being devalued. The first step to protecting yourself is to stop thinking of cash as savings in the long term. It is a hot potato. 2. Convert IOUs into real assets. Throughout history, when faith in paper money fails, value flees to what is real and scarce. This doesn't just mean gold and silver, though they have a 5,000-year track record. It means productive land. It means skills you can barter. It means owning a piece of a productive business through stocks. Own things that can't be printed into existence with a keyboard. 3. Hold the right kind of debt. Not all debt is equal. Bad debt is used to buy depreciating liabilities, like a new car on credit. But debt used to acquire a real income-producing asset, like a rental property or funding for a business, can be a tool, as you're paying back the loan with increasingly devalued dollars. Final warning. The open-ended thought is this: we are living in the largest financial experiment in human history. A system of unbacked fiat money has never, ever survived long-term. Every single one has eventually returned to its intrinsic value of 0. The only question is when and how this one ends. Your call to action is not to go out and buy gold tomorrow. It is to become a student of this history. Question the official narrative. Follow the incentives. When you understand that the system is designed to create more debt, every economic headline, every political promise, and the number in your bank account will look completely different. The crime was legalized, but you don't have to be the victim. The most valuable asset you have is your own financial education.